Hello there YouTube, and welcome to Indie Cigar Review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rocky Patel Renaissance in Robusto. I have had a number of these cigars before. They are actually one of my favorite cigars, both in this size as well as this brand and flavor. But yes, as you can see, I've already got it lit up and smoking. Trying to shorten up the videos a bit. Normally I spend a good 2 minutes lighting the cigar and talking, and it's I can't imagine it's very entertaining. So on the first draw, very nice spicy tobacco, decent amount of pepper, medium bodied. No real sweet notes or anything yet, but I know later on, about halfway through, sweet notes do start to creep into the cigar. But yes, very nice wrapped cigar. There is a minor unraveling right here. However, if that happened in my humidor, I'm not exactly sure how, but when I first bought this box of cigars, I checked them all out, and there was no problems whatsoever. This is one of the last ones in there. I didn't actually realize it was like that until I already started smoking it, so it's too late to go back now and try a different one for the review. So bear with me. I can tell you firsthand though, this is a very good cigar, so I will come back to you at the first third. Alright, we are down to the first third of the Rocky Patel Renaissance in Robusto. So far so good, still a very pleasant cigar, mostly that very peppery spiced tobacco. Medium body, later on does turn into almost full, not quite, but it does get there. So yes, I will come back to you once again at the halfway point, the band point, and then the nub. And this is a cigar I nub happily. Alright, down to the halfway point of the Rocky Patel Renaissance in Robusto. As you can see, nice good ash, has that real nice cone effect of a solidly made cigar. Flavors have gotten somewhat sweeter, a cinnamon notes to them, not the gum cinnamon, like an actual cinnamon sugar taste to it. Very mild though. Tobacco is still the primary flavor, which is the way I personally prefer it. As you can see, the burn is not razor sharp, and isn't in need of any touch-ups either. Overall, performs very well. Decent clouds of smoke, almost perfect draw. And it's once again showing why this is one of my favorite cigars, and I will buy another box shortly. I've had these in Churchills, Toros, Torpedoes, and Robustos. So far, Robusto to me is a sweet spot, but you could have your personal preference. So I'll come back to you with the band point, and then once more at the nub for my conclusion as well as my farewells. So yes, I shall speak to you shortly. Alright, just past the band point. As you can see, burn may have to have a touch-up shortly, but it could also fix itself either way. It is uneven and it should be noted. Draw is still very nice, almost perfect. Not quite there, but it's close. Flavors are almost like a mildly sweet coffee. Not quite black, but close. Maybe just like a little bit of cream out to it, something of that nature. Still very faint. You have to actually try to taste it a little bit. Mainly still tobacco on the finish, as well as the front of the palate. But there are those nice little subtle tones to it, which is how I normally tend to prefer my cigars. I'm smoking a cigar if I want to eat ice cream, or drink coffee, or taste chocolate. I will eat those things. I'm smoking a cigar, I would like to taste tobacco. Now, the different flavors and nuances are always very welcome. However, I enjoy my cigars to taste like cigars. That's me personally. People always have a difference of opinions. As I've stated more than once, cigar smoking is a matter of preference. So if that's your preference, then it's up to you. Personally, mine is not. So I will smoke this down to the nub per my usual review and how I always smoke these cigars anyways. So I will come back to you in about probably 15 minutes or so. Currently the cigar is at 41 minutes total. For a Robusto, it's a pretty long cigar, so I will speak to you shortly. Alright, so I had recorded the nub of the cigar. However, one of my female friends decided to walk in front of the camera wearing nothing at all. And she's a very pale woman, so not much was left to the imagination. And that would probably get me banned, or in the very least, probably in decent amount of trouble, so I decided to crop that part out of the video, and I'm now re-recording this. I no longer have a nub of the cigar because it burned my fingers, and I pretty much threw it into the ashtray and it fell apart because it was that much of a nub. Very good cigar, though. Overall, I give it a tobacco-inspired or infused smile. Cheese. I do recommend you try them. As I said, my sweet spot for those cigars personally is in the Robusto size. I normally like longer cigars, Toros, Presidentes, Churchills, stuff like that, but for that cigar, I've had all of those, and the Robusto was just the sweet spot. So, I am either going to be talking to myself, because I'm not going to be able to figure out how to edit this video, or it'll have worked. And in which case, if I'm talking to myself, hello. If not, thank you so much for your time. As always, if you like the video, hit like. If not, it is entirely up to you. And I sincerely hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas Eve / Christmas Day, because I probably will not be recording on those days because I have prior engagements. So yes, thank you so much for your time, and whatever you're doing, hope you have a wonderful time doing it. Thank you once again.